Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at Carracosta in the current color cup, and I actually didn't really know what this Pokemon is supposed to do in this cup, but I guess we're going to find out here. We're going to have a rock throw version, which might be an interesting play here, as there are quite a few flying types or as well bug types around here, as we encounter actually a Victini, which is kind of funny, and they're going to forfeit already. Very nice first game there already, very fast one, but yeah, there are going to be a lot of flying types like the Spellapa, for example, which you really don't want to face up against this. You have a double weakness to grass type moves, which is really good for your backline here, because you have two grass type Pokemon as well. They're both able to beat usually those other grass type Pokemon. So you have a flying grass type here, and you have a ghost grass type here, which main damage source is the ghost typing. So unless you encounter something like a Shiftry in the lead, you should be fine with this backline here against any type of grass type that's coming up against you, as you will be able to go for one charge move here against the opponent's Ferrothorn. You're gonna go for the Aerial Ace to knock them out, and we see the Pelipper coming back in. In comes the Leaf Blade. This is going to do a ton of damage. Honestly, I kind of want to make a video maybe someday where I can take a look at the Pokemon that are currently not in the game yet, but where we already know the current moveset, at least from them, and what they would do in the Open Great League and which would be the best. Because there's, for example, one Pokemon currently not in there, which has also access to the move Leaf Blade and also a Rock Slide, which is really cool, which is Go-Goat. Go-Goat will be very interesting for both Great and Ultra League for the meta there, so like, definitely something I'm looking forward to, because Leaf Blade is one of the strongest charge moves in the game actually, which is kind of wild. Basically there, since the beginning, 70 damage for 35 energy is completely unmatched. There's nothing else that we can do this damage here. I think it is the same damage as Psycho Boost, but Psycho Boost going to debuff your attack by 2 stages, while this has literally no drawback, making Leaf Blade one of the strongest charge moves available. And having this, for example, on a Go-Goat later on with Vine Whip will be interesting, as you're going to see here that you will maybe... Okay, that's going to be a Shadow Ball. Still going to be able to just farm down with your Carracosta. Carracosta has a Surf and a Body Slam stored. Very good moveset on this Pokemon. What I actually want to do eventually is build the pre-evolution of this Pokemon, which I think has a small bit more bulk, but also has the same moveset there. I think they're kind of similar, to be fair, but Tortuga as well, going to be an interesting Pokemon. They have pretty decent IVs, or like bulk in general, for the Great League, which will allow them as well to take some moves, but also have a very cool moveset with Surf and Body Slam, which is just a very good combination. As you're going to see here, the Lantern, which would of course be awkward for your lead. Not really that awkward against your two grass types in the back. Horrible lead here, we're going to see the Stay Swap of the Trevenant, which does make the most sense, I guess, here. As we see the incoming Abomasnow, which is going to go for a charge move here, which will not directly knock you out, I think. I think you survive it. Yeah, they can farm you down. And you can go ahead and go back into your Caracosta, which is actually pretty decent here. I didn't even think about this one, but you have a double Ice type weakness in the back there. And Ice Pokemon definitely don't want to go up against your Caracosta here, as you will be able to just go ahead and farm them down. Why do they have Outrage here? This is definitely not what you want to run on this Pokemon, but that's kind of funny. As you're going to see the Toxapex coming in here, you will be able to go for some Leaf Blade damage, as this will do some pretty decent damage. Again, like, Leaf Blade is such a cool move here, as we're going to see a lot of notifications where I don't even know what it's going to be. It seems like they are from the Asian region. I don't know which country directly. Before I say a country again, I'm rather not saying any country, to be fair. But most likely people in the comment section will know, because I have a lot of people from every country, which is kind of cool. So a lot of people know most languages here and can identify that. I have literally no idea what they're talking about there, so... We will see here the Swampert now coming in against you. I think that's going to be a loss to you. I just put in some random battles. I don't know, like, they sent me like 6 sets, so I just put in whatever I found. And actually, if you went for the charge move immediately, I don't know if... I most likely would have lost CMP anyway, but I think you would have been able to at least have a chance there, or this is going to be a loss. You see the Stunfisk in the lead, not ideal for you. As they're going to resist your fast move, you're going to swap out into your... Tropius. Do you have like different save swaps depending on which Pokemon you're going to encounter? I guess both Pokemon have like their ups and downs as a save swap, so I guess it's fine to use either of them depending on what you face in a lead. You usually should use the Pokemon that's weaker compared to like the other one in the back. So it did make more sense here to go for the Tropius save swap for sure. As you're going to see the farm down here from the opponent, you will be able to farm them down as well. You can have to shield up every move, as they're going to go for the bait first, which is unfortunate. But you're still going to be able to shield another time here against the Energy Ball, and you will be able to farm them all the way down. Getting to the surf as well, but you're most likely going to swap out immediately here anyway. As incoming is, of course, the Stunfisk. Also incoming is here the Galvantula, where you can see P-Tile, which is not really ideal for you. It's going to be a tough one to still win. Can you undercharge here? This would be really cool. You're going to go for the undercharge. This might be a little bit too much, but no, it's actually perfect, which is a really good, as you can now go ahead, go for another charge move here and put them kinda into the range where you're hopefully going to be able to force them into like the surf range there. Of course, being debuffed didn't do that much damage against them, but I don't think they have enough energy to get to another move, and they don't. Is this surf enough for the Caracosta to win this game here? It is, and the Stunfisk is going to go down here. Next opponent will definitely not like the lead here, as you see the Azumarill coming in. Playing Azumarill, especially as a save swap in the Color Cup, is basically, yeah, I don't know, like this doesn't make any sense at all. You have a lot of grass types in the meta, and if you don't have grass types, you're going to have Toxapex against you, so using Azumarill in this cup is a complete no-no. Please don't use Azumarill here, or Tapu Fini. Neither of them will have a great time here because they just died to the main core of this meta. As you're going to see the Ice Beam coming through, you will be able to farm them all the way down at this point of time. I don't think you have to throw anymore. And you're going to get a ton of energy here as we see the Talonflame coming in, which he can now retaliate with a one Shadow Ball, as this is going to get the shield from the opponent, and they need to overfarm too much, but like this you will be able to farm them all the way down hopefully. Flame Charge comes through, and you will be able to farm them all the way down with the Carracosta as we see the Swampert coming in. This is going to be a hard counter matchup. There is no lot that the opponent will be able to do here, as we see the Leaf Blade coming through here, going to knock them straight out of here. As we see the next opponent coming up, we're going to see Zapdos. They will not appreciate the fast move here, but they're going to swap out immediately into the Trevenant, which you're going to retaliate with the Atropius, which will have in general a pretty decent matchup here. And it's good to get the Tropius out of the way because you don't want to face the Tropius against the opponent's Zapdos. They're going to let this move go through, which is something that's not really ideal for you. Is this a Shadow Ball? It could be the case, and it's not. It's going to be a Seed Bomb, which is nice. As we're going to see here now, the opponent going to have to take another Leaf Blade onto that Toxapex, which is going to be an interesting one. You can go back into the Caracosta, or you go into the Trevenant. Let's see what you're going to do here. You're going to go see the Seed Bomb coming through from the opponent, as well as this going to do some nice damage. They're going to let this move go through. They're going to let this move go through here as well. You're going to be most likely the Sludge Wave coming in, and you're going to see just a sweep now from Carracosta. We don't care about the Zapdos here. We just farm them all the way down, and they're going to quit out of this matchup here. Goodbye there. Next opponent, we're going to see a Pelipper in the lead. They don't know what's hitting them. Also, this Abomasnow is not knowing what's hitting them here as well, as the Rock Thrower is just continuing to add up against the opponent. They're going to have to shield up this move here, and you can even get to another move here as well to just force those shields from the opponent. And you know, here, 2 shields up, you can just shield up. I would just shield up and farm down, but you're going to call the bait as well. It's going to be so amazing for you, as you can know. Do you shield this move up now? I would, yeah, they're actually gonna do it. It's going to be a Weather Ball again. It doesn't matter, you just farm them all the way down. We see the Trevenant coming in, and the opponent, I think at this point of time, kinda had enough already. But no, they're going to go ahead and go into their Pelipper again, and you will be easily able to just win this game here as well. It's going to be just a Weather Ball, as the opponent just didn't oh, it's actually going to be the Hurricane, but the opponent just didn't expect the Caracosta there. This is going to be a very easy game for you. You can cheat this move up here. Going to be the Seed Bomb, doesn't really matter. You can go for the Shadow Ball, and this is going to be just a Seed Bomb again, I guess. Is it? It is, and you can win this game. So yeah, this was definitely a fun one with the Caracosta there. Definitely didn't expect this from the opponent. They just had no chance against it. Nothing that they really were able to prepare for. We will see another Trevenant. You're gonna go into your own Trevenant, which is the best option for you, I guess. There's some Trevenant spreads which win straight going for Seed Bomb in like the one-shot scenario or something. I have one of those spreads. I don't know if you have those spreads. I see the IV is not right now on the screen, but maybe you do have them. But they're going to let the move go through anyway, allowing you to realign, which is a little bit awkward for you, because the opponent has a Galvantula here, and Galvantula are going to be an awkward one to deal with this team, and you will be able to get the shield first. Now you're going to be able to go for the Shadow Ball, which will get the final shield by the opponent, allowing you to go into your Tropius first, I would say. I would just take 2 moves on the Tropius and then swap out, just no shield here, get all the energy, hope that they throw another one immediately here, which they do, and now swap out into my Caracosta. That's at least what I would do. Let's see what they will do. They will stay in for a little bit, and we see the Lantern coming in, and now you go into the Caracosta, which is interesting. Wouldn't have really done it like this. I think you could have just stayed in there and went for a Leaf Blade. I guess you wanted to clear the debuff. I do understand this play there, but don't know if I would have done the same. You're going to let this move go through. You can go for your own Leaf Blade now against the opponent's Lantern here, as this will knock them out, and you can just go ahead and go for another Aerial Ace against them, or one Leaf Blade. I think a non-debuffed Leaf Blade is better than a Leaf Blade, Aerial Ace that's debuffed basically, as you will be able to knock them out here anyway. Very good game there. Well played. As we can see the next opponent coming in, Toxapex going to be an awkward one, as we see the Galvantula coming in. I don't know why they swapped out there, but also I don't think they didn't know why they swapped out here. Wrong moveset for the opponent, or like wrong fast move for the opponent, as well as you will be able to just farm them all the way down. We see now coming in the Toxapex again, most likely, as we see the Trevenant swapping in here. Can go straight for the Shadow Ball if you want to. It's very unlikely that they're going to shield, and if they shield, it's also fine, as you're going to shield this move up. But yeah, you're going to be able to kind of command this matchup here as well, as we see the next Sludge Drive coming through. You're just going to go straight for another Shadow Ball, I would say, and you do. They're most likely going to be able to win this matchup, but they have to invest both of their shields, allowing you to have definitely a better time later on. You can go back into your Caracosta as well now, which will be able to take those fast moves pretty well, and they can only go for Brine, which is not really ideal for them. And we see a Venusaur coming in, which will not have a great time against Tropius. Yes, they can go for one Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb here, Sludge Bomb, and this will do some damage. But again, Tropius is a very strong Pokemon, very, very bulky. Will not really care too much about this one, as we see the Aerial is going to hit them here, and we can see the Toxapex coming in as well, which will have to take one Leaf Blade here, which will do a ton of damage. And yeah, now it's basically just the Toxapex against the Carracosta, which has 2 Body Slams stored, and you know already who's going to win this game. It's definitely not going to be the Not going to be the Caracosta, exactly. No, not going to be the opponent, of course. Next opponent, another Galvantula in the lead. We will see that you can slap them down, and we see a Wishcast coming in. This Wishcast will not have a great time here. Honestly, this poor boy will have to take a Seed Bomb here, and they're going to let this move go through immediately. We see the Charizard coming in. This is going to be a fast game, I feel like, because now they don't have a resistance for a Rock Thrower anymore. They're going to let this move go through here, which literally doesn't matter anymore for you as well, as you can just go ahead, go for the Seed Bomb here. Gonna get the shield back. You put them into range where you can just farm them down with one fast move, or you're just gonna go into your Tropius, let this move go through. It's going to be the Dragon Claw. It's even better for you. You can swap out this. If this is going to be the Blast Burn, it would be kind of funny, but it's going to be the Blast Burn. You should have let this move go through just for the fun, but yeah, you can just slap them down. The opponent also realized that at this point of time. Next opponent coming through, Mecargo, amazing lead for you. I actually don't know why they tried to stay in for a little bit, but I guess Abomasnow was not the best answer for Carracosta either, as Caracosta gonna go to town. You're gonna get the shield against the opponent already, and you can just shield up the Moose here as well. Will give you the Energy Ball immediately. It means you can farm them all the way down without any issue. We most likely see another Grass type in the back, like the Trevenant, as we exactly see the Trevenant in the back. You have to swap out here, of course, into your own Tropius. They will get to another charge move, but you can let this move go through, and you should be able to just clean this game now pretty easily with your Caracosta, as this Tropius will have a great time here going for the Leaf Blade. Gonna get the shield. They're gonna go into the Mecargo. They can farm you down, but you have a Surf, man. You're going to surf them all the way, right? Surf going to do a ton of damage against the opponent and going to knock them out straight away. We're going to see the Caracosta coming back in. Surf coming through. They are not prepared for you, good old turtle, as you can just stay in here. Maybe win this with a Caracosta, that would be funny. Yeah, they're going to forfeit there. This is amazing, as Caracosta just completely destroyed the opponent there. And the Ferrothorn is coming back in here as well. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. That's why I actually kind of wanted to use Litleo as well in this cup right now. It's a Trevenant cup. Every Trevenant Saysor will completely get walled by this Litleo. Litleo can just go for one charge move and farm you all the way down. Shielding here didn't make any sense at all. I don't know why you did this. Or do you get to 2 moves here? But I don't really know why you try to do this here. You do get to another one. I guess you can get the shield back there, I guess, then. But you still don't really gain anything from that, other than you have the opponent with more energy, which I don't think is the play to go. I think you just should have let this move go through, try to farm down. Or do you want to get rid of the switch lock? Maybe you wanted to swap out immediately here. That does also make some kind of sense. Well, we see the Galvantula coming in. This is not really looking too good for you. They actually get to the move here a little bit too early. I don't know. It's a little bit weird, but you will be able to go ahead and go for your Leaf Blade now. They're going to have to take this move. They're going to shield this move up here, and you can go ahead and go for the forfeit button up there. That's definitely the way to go. Next opponent, also most likely final opponent. We're going to face a very awkward scenario for you, but I guess they don't have the best answers for your own Trevenant. which is pretty decent for you, as you can go ahead and go for some Shadow Ball damage against the opponent. Now they are in range for another one, as you're going to be able to shield up the next move. For you can just go safely for Seed Bomb at this point of time, I feel like, as well what you're going to do here as well, which is going to be good. If they want to shield, which they do, you just can go for another charge move here, which is going to be the Shadow Ball. I don't think they're going to double shield their Toxapex, and they won't, allowing you to realign, allowing you to have your Trevenant now available against the Tropius here from yourself. The opponent's Trevenant against the Tropius here, you will be able to go for the super effective air slash damage, of course, and we see the Lantern coming in, which kinda is the thing where you maybe should want to go into your Caracosta soon, because the move's going to do some decent damage here with the Thunderbolt, and you kind of have to keep your Pokemon alive. It's going to be a tough one. I feel like you're going to go ahead and farm up extra here and then farm them down with Caracosta, or you're just going to catch the move with Caracosta. Can you take a charge move here? It's going to be a Surf anyway, that's going to be nice. Can you farm them all the way down? You cannot, but you're still going to get lower, which might be even a little bit better for you. As they're going to swap out here, you're going to go for the Body Slam, which is not ideal. I think you'll lag there a little bit or something, but now you're going to get them pretty low enough for the farm down. You are actually going to be able to farm them down and win this final game here as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely was a cool Pokemon to showcase. Carracosta is a lot of fun. See you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.